Hi there, this is Pam Hogg, and you're listening to Resonance FM 104.4. The Nelson's Head's favourite.
I'm wearing the Bob and Roberta Smith condolence.
That means nothing to me.
Bob and Roberta Smith.
Oh, right. Are they into Resonance?
Oh, yes, he did a show.
Well, it's the most fabulous.
And he donated all the money he made last year to Resonance from this art cart boot fair. So we're interested to find out about Pam Hogg.
Indeed.
Is it fun being face to face with the people you sell to?
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm doing the Warhol icon at the moment, so it's all about me.
Yeah. Has it not always been about you then?
Oh, of course it has.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it's all my work, you know.
Yeah,
I put myself into my work, so it is. You know, it's like there's people who make things and there's people who like things and kind of copy them and utilise them, but everything I do is from me.
Yeah.
You know, it's the only way I can work.
It's very exciting to see you put yourself in these different poses, because one is very kind of like, it's very chic, sort of slag, I don't know how to describe it.
This one here is the Vote one. Basically, I was doing someone was going to do a photo of me. I was at a photo shoot, and I arrived in my curlers. And whilst I was waiting for the guy, I was like, had a bag, and everything, and I went, look, forget the shoot, just take me as I am like this. And they were actually the best pictures throughout. So I redid this the week before the smoking ban came in. I printed all the T-shirts up and the posters, and so these days you can't smoke. It's illegal to smoke a fucking. Excuse me.
It's all right.
A cigarette.
No, you can smoke it outside.
Yeah, but. You know what I mean? I'm not even in a private members club. I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke, but it's just getting too ridiculous now. You can't do anything,
Do you know they might close the internet down in 2012 and make you pay to access things?
It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. So they want everything now.
So do you find now that anything you do, because you've made your name, anything you do is absorbed by people, or do you have to still work quite hard?
I only do what I believe in, so I'm not conning anyone. The reason I've done this, the Warhol icon business, is because that word is branded about so much, and it's really lovely. I mean, people saying, Pam Hogg icon. It's like, no, there were real icons at one point in time, and everybody's like, oh, they're an icon, they're an icon. I mean, the Warhol, 5 minutes, it's kind of blown right out of the water now. And everybody's doing, all you see these days is copies and copies of the Warhol thing, which, he's one of my favourites, and his stuff was, well out there at the time, but I think people should use their imagination a bit more. So that's what this is all about, the Warhol icon.
Do you think that we're maybe moving into a society of reproduction and imitation rather than innovation?
Absolutely, and that's what the reason for this is. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody forgets that the biggest gift that everyone has is their individuality, and very few people use it. Give a bit of yourself. You've no idea. When I first started, I did fine art. I didn't study fashion. I hated fashion with a vengeance. I loved dressing up and I loved making clothes. and I made my own stuff because there was nothing out there I wanted to buy. And people used to say to me, what's your market? I'm like, what do you mean, what's my market? And they went, well, who do you make it for? I'm like, I make it for me. And they're like, well, isn't that selfish? I said, no, I'm giving me. That's the most unselfish thing you can do. I'm not ripping off somebody else's work and passing it off because, that sold really well. I'm giving them the essence of me. And I'll tell you, the first stuff that I designed, I would get 10 people come up wondering, oh my God, you designed that just for me. It's exactly what I would make. If I was making something, that's what I would have done. And it's like, that is the best gift that I can get back. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because it shows how similar we all are.
We are. Well, the thing is, it's like, if I want to read a book and I can go, oh my God, I love this and I really relate to that, and I want to thank that person for writing that book. And I get people coming to me and saying that, that people have actually said to me that thing you made, that dress you made, changed my life because it made me feel so confident. They related to it. You know what I mean? So it's like, but people think that. Give them what they want. How do you know what anybody wants until you give them it? If you keep on giving them the same old shit, they're going to buy the same old shit. And that's why my stuff sold, because I wasn't giving them that. Give a piece of yourself. It's the best thing you can do.
Yes. And so you're coming back next year to give more of yourself after a long holiday.
I was at a wedding yesterday. Tim and Sue, the artists. Yeah. They had their wedding yesterday. I made the wedding dresses and the Maids of Dishonour, which I was making the weeks before. And then we had the wedding, which was it started at 10 o'clock. I started drinking, we had a magnum of Krug to start with 10 o'clock in the morning, right through to midnight. And then I came here, set up at 8 o'clock, was straight on the decks, teaching from 12 till 1, with champagne for a breakfast again.
What's going on in your career at the moment?
Okay, well, I used to be doing fashion. I think I started about 84, and then until 92, I had a shop in about 1987 for a few years, and then I gave it all up to go back to my first love, which was music. Oh yeah. I went on tour with a boyfriend, and they dragged me on stage to ad lib to a song, and I, thank you, darling. I'm sorry,
You've been thank you. Look at this by the youngest beer person.
Thank you very much, Paul.
How old are you?
7.
7. Is this the first time you've served beer? No.
Yeah.
She's the youngest one in the world.
Tell beer for me all the time.
So I had a shop in about 87, and then I gave it all up to. I told you all that already. Yes, I went back to doing music. I gave it all up. And nobody could believe me. I came back from a tour. My boyfriend dragged me on stage to ad lib a few of the songs. I did that for a few weeks with them, and I just thought, I don't want to live to regret. So I came back. I did one more collection, and then closed down my studio and my shop, and nobody could believe it. They're like, yeah, sure, pal. And I was like, no, I'm going back to music. So I was doing pretty well, enough to keep doing the shows at least. And then I gave it up and went back to doing music. And just recently, about 3 years ago, this guy approached me and asked me to be part of an exhibition using all my music and all my fashion. So I thought, I don't want to give some old stuff, so I designed 2 mini collections, chose 2 of my tracks and made 2 videos, and that was my piece for the art show. And then all of a sudden, Chinese whispers, Pam's doing fashion again, and it was amazing. I mean, I've been out of the business for nearly 10 years. I mean, it's really quite fantastic. And people are like, oh, here you're back, So I started to make a few things, and then gradually people have been, buying stuff. I did, the cat suit that Kylie wore for her 2 Hearts video. That was mine. She wore that. Susie Sue's been wearing she's one of my best friends, and she was wearing the cat suit. So everybody's backbone for them. And Topshop approached me a month ago, and I signed on the dotted with them on Monday. So there's going to be a Pam Hogg archive. It's the Pam Hogg Classics range in Topshop. So the kids who don't know anything about me, it's great because I used to keep my prices low when I had my shop so the kids could buy it. So this is a way that they can. And then hopefully my Hogg Couture range, which is my new stuff, I can get some backing from. I need a backer right now to do that, but someone's already sponsored me a studio for a year to start, so I can look for a studio next week, which is amazing. So yeah, things are going.
And the music, where have you left that now?
The music has to stay where it is at the moment. I've got a MySpace that I send out information saying when I do a little gig here and there, but there's more stuff in the pipeline there. Can't do everything well at the one time, but I can do, there's so many facets of what I do that sort of merge into each other, but you know, if you're a creative person and you're passionate about what you do, it can float into other areas. Yeah.
And how did you find it when at the exhibition? Was that the first time you mixed music and fashion?
Yes, it was actually properly, and I'd wanted to do this for a long time, but I hadn't actually quite, and this was the perfect slot to do it in. It was just naturally happened. Yeah, it was actually the first time. You can see it on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, if you just Google me, PAM HOGG, there's my MySpaces. I've got an archive PAM HOGG fashion space. I've got the Hogg Couture space, which is my new stuff, and I've got Hogg Doll, which is my music. And soon I'll have a website. I have no idea how to do it, and just like when I get a bit of cash, that'll be the next thing, and I can sell some stuff online as well.
Yeah, well, we'd love to see it online. I'm definitely going to look for it.
Moving again, yeah.
But what other music fashion crossovers have there been in time that you would maybe think about?
Well, in a different way. You've got people like, Gwen Stefani. She's like, quite a classy chick, and there's very few people that I think can go from music to fashion, but I think she did it pretty well. I can't think of many people that do it well, to be honest with you, but I think she really does.
McLaren?
Of course, absolutely. Well, yeah, of course.
Malcolm McLaren.
Malcolm McLaren did it perfect. I mean, that was Vivian and him to begin with Sex. And
Vivian never did any music.
Vivian didn't do music, but they were a team. So
are you going to do a fashion show with your music playing?
Maybe one day. You never know. You might at the end of the catwalk one day. I don't. Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to getting back into it again.